The DocFest is the UK's premier documentary festival. It attracts almost 1,000 industry delegates and thousands of general public. The industry delegates are made up of producers, directors and emerging talent, and hundreds of broadcasters from the UK and around the world.
It's the largest and most influential documentary festival in the UK and one of the most influential in the world.
So I get to meet the British people, and it's kind of both intimate and no bullshit. You get to have good debates. The films are very good, and it's this year at least. It's got much more buzz of it. It's much livelier.
Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away. If you could use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly.
I believe it's the biggest festival in Europe, and it's certainly, in terms of the profile it's got, it's far and away the most important for any sort of documentary filmmaker.
What I really love is people are having conversations about documentaries, and they're arguing about voiceover or use of cutting, and it seems people are here that love film, and I think that's really nice.
Really, really helpful as a filmmaker to meet the people, and not only meet the audience members but to meet commissioning editors. So in that respect it's great, and I also find it inspiring because you come to a festival like this and you suddenly see a whole lot of different films, different techniques, different genres.
Our film's about young people in South Africa, and it's really nice that young people here in Sheffield have made a connection with the people in our film, and that means a lot to us. So thank you very much. Thank you.
And it inspires you about the potential sort of reach and the potential sort of potential of documentaries.
The whole point about documentaries for me are people that go and investigate other people's views.
And I've come here and I've had the best festival I've ever had at Sheffield.
In Lincolnshire, because there were no kitchens, we came up with the notion of pubs being able to make the school food. This is Jamie and Nora going to visit a publican in Lincolnshire making school food, somebody for them to conflict with.
I think more than anything, Sheffield is full of young energy and young people who will, I think, bring an enormous amount of energy and new things to the documentary field, which is what it's all about, really. And I think people can meet Sheffield, get to know people in an informal way, which is what you really hope of from a festival. And I think Sheffield is wonderfully unpretentious. But each year I think it gets more and more solid. I think it's more and more important as a place where decisions are made and where policies are decided.
The Meat Market uses extensive online matchmaking systems to bring together dozens of filmmakers and broadcasters in hundreds of meetings during the festival. The DocFest is the world's first documentary festival to be CO2 free.
Honestly, it's hard enough convincing people that climate change is real. Most people, even when they accept that climate change is real, really don't want to do anything about it. 1 person in 100 will actually commit and put their money down to do something about climate change.
The DocFest is embracing the digital revolution by introducing a new strand of programming called DigiDocs. DigiDocs will showcase work made for new platforms and using new digital technology.
I think it is really good for the UK to do something like this. I tell you the truth, I've never been to this documentary festival before, or indeed any documentary festival, but I've really enjoyed being here.
There's an equal and opposite effect outside of television. A kind of independent spirit that says, damn it, we're still going to make these films. And finding ways in which those films can still be made is really, really important. And Sheffield makes a huge contribution to that, I think. It's brilliant.
I think it's got a very good atmosphere. It's extremely well organised, but without in any way being sort of kind of solemn or pious or up itself. It's very relaxed, and it's kind of rather like, I think, certain aspects of documentary should be, very organised and very thrown away all at the same time.
The DocFest is a must-attend event on the film and TV industry calendar.